So I found some very interesting stats a while back, and I tried to Google and find them again now for this video, but I just couldn't. I tried really, really hard. I Googled different questions, different types of things and all that, and I just couldn't find it. But the original research, the original paper said something like 2/3 in differences in income can be explained by where you live. Rather than by your gender or ethnic background or religious affiliation or the language you speak or anything. Like, if you just give me two places and two random people, the difference between their income is going to be explained about 2/3 by the differences in the places that they live. And that's insane. And I don't mean neighborhoods, I mean like cities. So the difference between someone who lives in New York and someone who lives in, I don't know, Kansas or Kansas City, 2/3 of the differences in income between them are explained by just the fact that one of them lives in New York and the other lives in Kansas City. And that's insane if you think about it, because you're very likely, statistically speaking, to stay within a 100-kilometer ratio of wherever you were born in. So if you were born somewhere good, then that's already 2/3 of the way into a good income. And if you were born somewhere bad, that's already 2/3 of the way into a bad income, unless of course you immigrate. But then obviously there's many problems in immigration in and of itself. And I'm gonna give an example that's just anecdotal. It's one specific example, but the median income yearly, I mean, for families in Brazil is around $7,000, which well, isn't much. And in America, it's around $70,000. It's 10 times more. That means that, like, if you're born into a median family in Brazil, just off the start, uh, if you just keep doing what everyone's doing and you keep, like, let's say you grow up and you have another family and that family also turns out to be median income, so you just keep more or less where you're at, and the same person in America with same conditions, same everything, just keeps doing what they're doing, the person in Brazil is going to have like 10 times less income than the person in America, just by default of where they were born. So where you born lucky, just honestly Google countries by median income, and if you're within like the 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 countries in the top, you were almost definitely born lucky, even if you were in a lower income bracket there. Because, like, lower income brackets, let's say in America, that could be 25, 30, 40K a year, uh, depending on where you live. That is still, what, 5 times higher than the median in Brazil, for example. And Brazil isn't even the lower. I think India, Nigeria, many other countries are even lower than Brazil. So there's a whole spectrum of incomes, and depending on where you're born, if you're born in Switzerland, if you're born in America, if you're born in Denmark, if you're born in Ireland, if you're born in Australia, just by default, you do get a very high ratio of difference. Of course, I'm not saying that everyone in America earns the same, but this difference, this divergence is skewed so up that even if you're very low in it, you're probably still very, very lucky, very, very well off worldwide. So since most people watching my YouTube channel are Australians, Canadians, and Americans, I can confidently say with about like 80% chance that if you have 2 arms, 2 legs, a brain, reasonably intelligent, reasonably all right, you're probably like very, very lucky on international world standards. Do with that what you will.